everyone, and welcome back again to the Long Way Home podcast. Today we're going to be chatting all things cars, since there's no F1 on currently throughout the month of April. So we're just going to talk about what we've been doing in our week and what's going to be coming down the line. And just talk about actually where we've been today. So George, you organised it, so you can tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so me and Kyle today went, it's quite local to where I live actually, it's in Ambergate in Derby. It's called The Story of the British Car. And it's essentially just a massive warehouse. It's got chapters of each car's, how it goes through the decades. So starts off in the 60s.
I think it was 30s.
30s? Okay,
yeah, because the Austin 7 was like 1930.
So yeah,
obviously weren't listening to the bloody thing, were you?
Yeah, so you go around, you wear a headset, it tells you about all of the chapters. I tended to just get more engrossed in looking inside.
Looking at them, yeah.
Pictures, taking pictures. But yeah, it starts off in the 30s, as Kyle kindly corrected. And then it goes through the decades as it grows and grows, and then how each manufacturer then had to combat each other. So America starting up, how they combated that. And then obviously Austin, the guy who created Austin died, and how it carried on, etc., etc.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty local to us. If you live near Derbyshire, I would recommend going. It's only £18 to get in. You walk around, see all the cars. We've got loads of footage and pictures that we're going to put up if you're watching. So yeah, I just thought it was really interesting and good how it was so close.
Yeah, as an experience, I say it was pretty good. Like, if we didn't have the headsets on, like we got given these gimpy little headsets.
Yeah.
But I probably was like, I wouldn't normally do that, but I think if we're with paying customers, we may as well do it. I'm not very good at reading, so I'm glad that they had an audio version to go around. And it was quite cool because it was like 3 minutes per chapter or decade that it went through, and it had a little camera on the back as well. Almost every car had a QR code, and you could kind of scan the QR code and get a little bit more information about that car.
Yeah.
Some of them had just like a stats card, almost like a top trump, see here's all the information, blah, blah, blah. And then some of them actually had more of an in-depth story behind the car, which you could watch. And I think it was narrated by the guy, forget his name, but we can put it on the screen, who kind of owns the collection and created the collection and kind of designed the whole idea of the museum down there. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool as an experience. Like you say, it started in the 1930s, and I think,
like you said,
yeah, like I said, like we both said, it's the 1930s, and I was taken aback by how small the cars were. Maybe tall people didn't exist in the 1930s. I don't know, but
people were smaller back then. Yeah.
If I was in half of them cars, my knees would be like here.
Yeah.
In most of them. So, and I'm not great in most cars anyway. In my Fiesta, it's an absolute nightmare. I basically sit in the back seats to drive my car.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. I thought it was going to get a bit more modern because it said 1990s to present. And I don't even know what the most modern thing was in the modern section, other than was there a Toyota Yaris in there? I think it was must have been some advertising.
There was a hydrogen car that was in there. That was like probably the most modern
thing, yeah.
There was like the first edition of the newer Mini, which is like 2001, 2002. There's nothing like, as of now, like what's coming out now.
Yeah.
But I guess it's only British cars, and there's not that many.
It's fucking loads.
What, that are coming out now?
Range Rovers, McLarens, Jaguars.
Yeah, you could have a McLaren in there, but
there's probably some old warehouses
in there
down in Bristol that's still knocking about making some new stuff, but it is the history. So hang on. So again, Vauxhall, is that a British brand?
Well, I thought it was, but
because there was stories in there about Vauxhalls, and then there was the Fords, which is
there's Opel as well, isn't there? That's also European, which shares the same thing. Australia, it used to be called another name, and they've gone bust in Australia.
What is it about cars having also different names in different countries? Because isn't the Nissan in America called... No, some of them are Nissans, but some of them are also called Infiniti. I don't know what it's all about.
We have Infiniti here as well.
Do we have Infiniti here? So is that like the Porsche brand or something, or EV brand of it? I don't know. Because I know there was news, and we're already kind of going off in tangents. I'm really bad at this. But the Nissan Skyline that's coming out that they've just released little pictures of, little snippets, that's going to be called the Infiniti. I don't know if it's going to be called the Infiniti Skyline. But anyway, it boggles me sometimes when I see the same car but with different names or brands. It's a bit like TK Maxx in the UK, but TJ Maxx in America.
With Cooper as well, like that's the same.
Yeah.
Citroen did it with DS.
Yeah.
Same thing. They just create like off brands, I think. Yeah. Whether they tax it, goes through tax differently, or I'm not sure about the other countries.
Yeah.
Because that's just like, Opel's like literally a Corsa is a Corsa in like European countries. You see them everywhere, but it's just been a Vauxhall here since forever.
Yeah, so that I think that was like I want to say the 60s-ish section where they were talking about Vauxhalls versus Fords, I think it was, as cars. But yeah, it was not...
probably 70s, yeah. But
I think my biggest takeaway, some of the biggest takeaways from the car museum was 1930s, all the cars, small and compact. And then we went literally to the next section and it looked like a tank. Like the next thing was a Morris, big flipping thing. It was half made out of an oak tree. So it must have weighed about 3 tons.
Yeah, the doors were like the doors you have in between a living room and a dining room.
They're like fire doors.
They're like, come out that way.
It was something you were seeing like Hobbiton. If Hobbitville in Lord of the Rings had cars, that's what I think the cars would look like. Green with wooden doors.
Little branches coming off.
Pouring out of them, all that kind of stuff. God knows what the kind of upkeep and maintenance on that kind of thing must have been like.
Yeah, because
not rot and it must be cured, whatever. Yeah. But then they had like, in that section, there was a lot about the Austins in like the first 2 sections.
Yeah.
Then, like you said, the guy died, passed away. I was then kind of getting lost with just videoing stuff. And I also got distracted and there's going to be pits on the screen. They had a lot of mini vehicles. That's where I got loads of little mini videos of little mini, there was a mini, like Land Rover. There was a mini. Oh,
you're sorry. I thought you was
no, not minis, like mini cars for like little kids.
Little electric things.
Yeah. There was one that was like pedal powered, one that was like an actual had like a little either motor or electric motor in it. But I was distracted by them half the time when I go around. Even though we had the little headsets on, it was telling the story. I think I listened to section 6 about 3 times because I didn't know how to use the thing.
Next one.
But yeah, I think. Did you have a favourite section?
I suppose the one...
You took a lot of pictures of the Ford section, where there's a lot of Fords.
Yeah, because I feel like that's like me...
Kids.
Remembering what cars were around. Like, I couldn't name them all, but when I saw one, I was like, I remember seeing that when I was younger.
What was the red one that you was taking a video of? Do you can remember? Was that a Ford or was that a Triumph?
I took a video of like 4 red ones.
There was a... You took a lot of the Mondeo, the purple Mondeo, right?
There's a purple Mondeo because my dad had a blue one of that exact one.
Was that in the right section? Because it looked...
It was 2001. No, 1995 that was.
That looked out of place in the section that it was in, so maybe...
Do you think it looked newer than...
I thought it was newer than... Well, I don't even know if it was in the... I don't know, maybe. I thought that section had like... what was that female prime minister called that was pretty badass?
Margaret Thatcher.
That's it. Shit, we're 4 Mondeos out when I thought it was in that same section. Maybe I'm wrong. I can look back at the...
I think that it was like sort of in the middle, because that section was like, when we was getting to that bit, it was like 90s to now.
Yeah.
So...
Well, what was the Ford Capri section? Is that 80s? 70s, 80s and all that kind of stuff?
70s, 80s. And then, so like I took photos of an XR2.
Which was behind where
And there was
Mondeo
a red Fiesta.
was.
There was a red Fiesta convertible. Is that the one?
That's the one that you were taking a picture of. Yeah.
There was a red Fiesta convertible. It looked really cool. And right at the back there was a Escort RS, which was a 2000 model.
Is that the red one as well? Yeah.
Which also looked really nice. I think I was more pulled towards a Ford because that's what my dad had.
Is Ford's not British, but a lot of Ford is Ford American? Because I think isn't Ford American, but a lot of them were manufactured in the UK.
Yeah,
I think, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but like I thought Ford was American. Is Ford even American?
I think we had different cars here. We still do.
Yeah.
Than America.
Right.
America have different cars.
Because we were talking about how
it's the same company.
Yeah. Because an actual British brand is stuff like Os.
I think people treat Ford as British though because it like say the Capri and stuff like that. I don't think that went to America.
I don't know.
I think they were here.
Yeah.
And then you got your Fiesta, your Focus, your Mondeo.
Yeah.
And I still don't think majority of those. I think Focus might have been in America, but like unless it was like really
is it
popular.
like Corvettes? You don't really get Corvettes in the UK.
Yeah.
You can get them, but it's not like.
I mean, I can Google it right now, but I'm pretty sure.
Google it.
Henry Ford. Let's have a look.
He's not German, is he? Where's he from?
So he's an American industrialist. So he's founder of Ford Motor Company, yeah.
In the US, but we had some manufacturing.
But we must have had our own sector here.
As you can tell, we paid no attention to the headset.
To be honest, it didn't really say about that. It was saying about how Ford had to battle with Vauxhall, and then
I think there was just one bit where it's saying like they were manufacturing them in Manchester somewhere or something like that.
Yeah,
and that's the only bit I picked up. Other than that, I wasn't really paying much attention. I was too busy looking. At
them.
Yeah.
Look, it was good to have the headset, and
because you did tune into odd bits when it was saying stuff.
Odd bits, yeah. I feel like the first 3 decades I listened.
Yeah, and then it kind of.
And then
really
when it got to like
up.
cars that I knew, knew more of already, as in I've seen them before.
Too busy looking.
I was too busy looking.
Yeah.
And like, there was a Formula One car.
Yep.
There was a Lotus Esprit, a white one, a bit like that was in the James Bond film.
Bentley Conti T.
There's a Bentley Conti T.
That was probably. I mean, look, I got a look on the inside of that. I quite like that car. That was quite.
Did you see the middle console? So you got this bit here.
Yeah.
And then like where you would normally just have like a clock and then a couple of dials, it had like a massive bit here.
It
was like a tower.
I didn't pay attention to that.
I've got a picture of it, but yeah, it's.
A video.
Mad.
Everything will get smushed into the edit, but yeah, it was a pretty cool experience.
Through the photos as well, because that will remind us. So, first photo I took was a Ford Escort Mark 1, the yellow one.
Yep.
And then straight to the Mini. That Mini looked relatively new though.
Where was that though?
It was like where the Austins were. Like when we were still talking about, like behind.
Yeah,
you
but
got a Mini there.
Is that actually called a Mini there, or was it?
Yeah, that one's a Mini.
Okay.
But it looked like so well put together. I feel like it's been really recently restored because all the seats have got
wrap on them.
The wrap on them, and look, that steering wheel and that don't look
too shabby,
too old.
Yeah.
Then we got an MG Roadster.
There's a lot of cars that I've heard the names and I know them and they must be something. Yeah. But I have no clue about.
I mean, that's a Mini Clubman, which is an Austin Mini.
Yeah.
Clubman, a brown one. And then that's the.
Is that the Ford?
That's the Fiesta Cabriolet.
Yeah. When was the last time they did a Cabriolet Fiesta?
I mean, the reg says Puff 282. And then you got Ford Cortina Estate.
Mm-hmm.
And then an ambulance one next to it, which had all like kit in it.
This is the fact you're doing this is going to make my life a nightmare. So I'm now going to have to
You've
edit.
got to flip them up.
I'm going to have to edit these all in as you're flicking your thumb.
Yeah. So then you would have seen these in Heartbeat.
Yeah.
And then there was a big Ford, an old Transit.
Yeah.
That was all like boarded out, dead old school. And then you got an Escort Mark III. There's the Mondeo.
Mondeo.
So yeah, it was around there. But I literally remember sitting in one of them because my dad had a blue one.
Yeah. Light blue, dark blue.
Light blue.
Yeah.
And then he had the one after that, so like the shape slightly changed. He had a green one after that.
Nice.
It
was good. I mean, in comparison or contrast to Mercedes World when I was down down south of Matche, I think there was a lot rammed into that museum that maybe it was more distracting in terms of like, I mean, you could have spent all day there and actually one by one you could have gone around it. Mercedes World seemed more curated, should I say. Like it had more cars, more spaced out, and I paid more attention to like looking at the story of what is this car all about? Why is it like important or monumental? And what was the progression of this? It was so funny being there with both Matche and Yolanda, because Matche was just like, you know, have you seen him when he does his usual kind of like holds his bottom lip like this when he's thinking? And he goes, oh, I really like that car. Wow, that used to be my favourite car. Jeremy Clarkson used to have that car, and he knows, without even reading the flipping thing, he knows everything about them already. And I have to go there like a dummy and spend 10 minutes trying to read it 3 times to understand. But he's obsessed with cars, and it was great. Like his living encyclopedia as you're walking around, he's rattling all this kind of stuff off. There was a cool, like a breakdown of I'm going to guess like maybe 2010's F1 car that like cannibalized it into loads of different pieces and then like hung it from like metal strings from the ceiling as if like it fully like again. Well, not together, but like it was just kind of showing you like all the bits that it takes to go into it, like all the gearbox broken up, all the and all that kind of stuff.
It looked like
you just laid everything
like you
out.
pulled it apart.
Yeah, basically. And I was like, oh, so like which bit do you work on, Matche? Like if it was a modern car, blah, blah, and he goes like this. I was like, I was trying to get information out of him, like, what do you actually do then?
Yeah.
He was telling me that he designs the power unit. That's what he does. It's like him and whoever, like actually the 3D design of it. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then I was trying to understand, like, throughout an F1 season, what are you actually doing then? Because if you designed it, like, what do you do?
Are you improving it?
And he's like, basically said, like, obviously you're constantly trying to, could you cut weight off, shave weight off anywhere and all that kind of stuff. And looking at them kind of things, I imagine there's some element of also designing what's coming down in further seasons.
Yeah.
Never got any more information from Matche about that. He was just like, we iterate as the season goes on. But I'd love to know, like, from his perspective or any perspective, like with Cadillac, how far down the line are you going to be? I don't know how long has Cadillac even committed or has a contract to stay in F1 for. Like, what if they just have a shocker of a season? Would they just come out and just not do it? So like, how far are they planning?
Is it contracted though?
I don't know.
Because like, remember when like Williams weren't winning anything?
Yeah.
They were like, if we have another season like that,
we just not going to afford it.
We just won't be able to afford it. So you have to have a certain amount of money in sponsorship.
Which they do.
To keep yourself in.
Yeah.
And obviously Cadillac have got like America and they're massive in America. So they might.
But there's
comes down to obviously how they do. And if it's worth.
There must be some form of contract
money.
Because obviously there's got to be a certain amount that you can have on the grid. So that you get 22 is a lot. Could they go to 30 cars on the grid? Like, I don't know. There must be the FIA, F1, whatever, must have a limit to how many they have on. So then surely there must also be some level of either contract or bidding of like who's going to be in. Because what if then, I don't know, Nissan decided they were like, actually, we're going to outbid Cadillac and we want to join in now. So there must be some form of contract or something like that. Anyway, we're digressing away from the point of the thing. But Mercedes World was really cool. They had, it was almost like 4 floors. One of the things that was weird for me, I was blown away about how many staff were there. Like there was almost like more staff.
What, as if you was like walking around a factory?
But no, as in like just like people like client excellence, just like, hi, how's your day going on? Like some people in the shop, there was like 4 or 5 people on the reception desk. And I'm like, when we went in, they were at the reception desk. When we went out, they were at the reception desk. I was like, there's a lot of people here. There was one guy today at the place that we were at, the museum.
That's all they need though.
Here's your headset, off you go kind
of thing. He gets paid all their wages.
Yeah, exactly. And but then at the Mercedes World, there was like loads of people, and I thought this was a bit weird. It's half like you can go to speak to people, and it's almost kind of a little bit salesy. Like there is a section you can go buy cars and
you can buy a car at the end.
You can go talk there. You can do your experience because there's a track, and you can go bezz a car around. I don't know if I got footage of a guy doing
I suppose
drifting.
It's a brand though, is it? So maybe they put their...
It's clearly like a flagship site.
So they're putting their spin on... Well, this also has to be as if someone's buying a car from us, because if this is bad in any way, someone might not go buy a Mercedes after this.
Yeah.
So...
It's clearly they're doing everything there to make it like a great experience.
To have loads of people is a bit baffling.
It was a bit weird, but it was good. They got loads of money, and obviously it's meant to be the flagship, whatever site, whatever, and all that kind of stuff. First floor, they had the gull wing. They had what else did they have? They had a couple of other old cars, other old Mercedes. Can't remember if I've got footage of it, but I'll put whatever I can on the screen. Second floor, I think, was where I saw the F1 car being broken down.
Yeah.
They had simulators on that floor as well.
Floors rather than just going around.
Yeah, so you kind of go around little bits, but then there was like another floor you could go to. I think the second floor had like the simulators and F1 cars.
Simulators there?
Yeah, they had like a mini McLaren Boulevard of about 6 F1 cars, I think it was, going through the eras. And then I think the top floor maybe had like a bunch of like the Black Series Mercedes cars as well, which was really nice to see as well, which I do have some footage of 1 or 2 of them. But yeah, overall that was fun. And then we basically just went on the simulators. Me and Matt had a race, and we was at the last slot. We went on, paid to have a go. Matt was like, can I take all the driving assists off so I can just play it like as if I was playing properly? And I was like, nah, keep all my driving assists on, please. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm shit at this. But you get like headsets and you could like talk to each other while she was in the cars, which was quite fun. Driving around, did that. And then I think it was the Miami circuit, because obviously that's the next race that's coming up, isn't it? So they just got everyone in that. And then in mine, whilst I was driving, my screen went black like for 10 seconds or so.
Really?
Audio was still on, but my screen went black. Came back, I was in a wall. So I was like, well, this is crap. Like kind of thing. As I was getting up to leave the seat, I told the guy, I was like, he was like, do you have a good time? I was like, nah, my screen went black. He was like, all right, well, it's the last section anyway. Do you want to get back in the car? Get back in and have another go then, that's fine. But I didn't have to pay anything more, so I was like, sad. Got back in the car.
Do you pay per...
It was 15 quid to have a go.
For one go?
For one go. It was quite a lot.
What is it like?
It's just
it's not like
it's like the one at Birmingham or London. It's just a simulator. Yeah. £15.
Like the one we went in
I'd say a little
Yorkshire Elegance.
Would I say a little less or a little more? It's like a good proper little setup. You got the pedals sat in it, like racing style,
the screens
big curved screen.
Yeah,
so yeah, it is kind of like that.
It's like what someone would spend at home for it'd be like
a good amount of money. Yeah. So 15 quid. I thought 15 was a bit steep.
Yeah.
When
especially for one go.
Yeah. Matche told me it was going to be a £5.
Right.
But then I was just like, nah, well, I'll just pay for it. They're looking after me, giving me hospitality for the weekend. So we both had a go. But then anyway, we both got a second go because my screen went black for 10 seconds and the guy was just like,
did he
have a go anyway? He absolutely smashed me again. Two others came in and they sat behind us. Obviously, boyfriend, girlfriend, I think. And it was hilarious because when we had my headsets on,
you talk to each other.
Them two were just chatting to each other like, oh, I'm going to really shit at this or something like that. And I was like, good. Because I'm terrible as well.
Well, Max's got a set up at home, has he not?
Yeah.
And he sent it to you before.
Yeah, so I sat in the one that obviously went black. So then I was like, I'm not going to sit in that one again because that was crap. So I sat in the one that he sat in. And my one, for some reason, I don't know if again, because he changed the settings to take stuff off. But my one had no force feedback on my first go that I went on. But on the second go it did. And it changed it all up again as well. Because the first corner, I wasn't anticipating it to have force feedback. It chucked me. So I was shit on the second go as well. So I was like, oh, God.
So you get no excuses out for when we go to the F1 one?
Well, I've got no excuses now because I've done the experience and I was pretty good at driving. So.
Oh, is you good? Okay.
Yeah.
Just not because Max, because he smashes
No, he's a sweat. And I'd love to get a day where it's us three on the track doing the F1 single-seater experience and just watching Mache just wipe the floor with us both. He'd pick it up.
I can't imagine going go-karting with him is any fun either. Do you reckon he smashes that?
I think he'd probably smash us at that as well. Because he was talking about his experience doing the McLaren, where they let him go out on a track, the Top Gear track in the McLaren, and he said that, he was just full sending it. He says, the minute they said, you're allowed to do it, he was like, full sending it. So I don't think he's too scared to proper bagger a car.
No. The thing is, the more I've never properly done it, but I feel like the more you do it, because I know that they are simulators and stuff like that, but if you do have sort of like the gauge of when to push it, when to not,
lines,
and if
grip.
you can turn all the assists off, and then still be able to like drive it, I feel like if you got into a car, you could obviously not drive it to the same ability, but like you could use those as like, okay, I sort of know what to do. And he loves driving anyway, like he's always
I think with his addition of like he also drives motorbikes, it's just like another level of understanding grip. I think in a way, I don't know, I might be chatting bullshit because I've never driven a motorbike, but I feel like that level of two wheels and trying to stay whilst also going fast and leaning, he must have a good intuition for grip. So he would probably just wipe the floor with us at go-karting and the single-seater as well.
So we won't invite him.
No, we won't. I want to invite him because I want to see someone absolutely go for it. Whilst we're on the topic, I may as well talk about
the single-seater
experience. So museum, Mercedes experience, the Mercedes World. The reason I went there is because I've gone down south to go visit my friend Mache, who we spoke about previously. Then stayed over his, kind of caught up, watched some films. We watched some rally as well because he had HBO Max, and I think you can watch all of that on HBO Max.
Like you watched like some stages that were recent.
We watched the Croatia stage. We only caught like the last bits of it, and I think it was literally stage 20 out of 20 that we watched. But that was interesting to watch as well because, again, trying to get used to more following it live. We were both trying to figure out what the hell's going on screen now because there's like someone's in first place over here on a graphic, and then someone's first place over here on a graphic. I was like, okay, how does it, obviously you're first in the stage that you're on right now, but overall stages you're not. And I was trying to figure out all this kind of stuff, but hopefully I can figure out that as I watch it some more. I did that. And then the next day was going to Silverstone to go do the single-seater experience. I had booked the last slot of the day where you need to be there at 4:00, I think it was.
What was the reason for that?
So you can do the debrief and give you all the whatever. It said arrive 40 minutes or 30 minutes before. I didn't actually get on the track until 5:00, I think it was.
No, was there a reason why you picked 4 over that?
Oh, so I got given a gift voucher off-peak ticket. And it basically, when I went in to go pay for it, like at 12:00, it kept asking me to pay £50 more. This is a gift. I don't want to pay more to go do it. So I was like, and then I Googled it. You had an off-peak gift voucher. You had to go to the first session or the last session of the day. I was like, I didn't go to the first one at 8:00 or whatever it is. I'll go to the last one. So that was why I'd picked that time slot. And then I also, so I did pay some money out additional because I paid for a camera.
Oh, for them to record
the
it.
onboard camera. And I've got a juicy tip for anyone who goes and does this. Like, there's a juicy tip. If you've got some editing software and you are going to pay for the camera, got a tip for you. So keep watching. So yeah, arrived at, I think about 3:30 is when I arrived, or 3:15. You literally just drive into the circuit, which is the first thing that I was a bit baffled about.
As in when you arrive?
So I arrived to the F1, I got to one part, he was like, no, this is where the go-kart is, like you're going to the wrong bit. So I went round and there's like no person checking you. You literally just drive onto, like not onto the circuit, but like the roads that go around the circuit.
Not into like a
There was no one
nominal car park.
Ticket me or check me or anything like that. So I'm driving around and then you go over the bridge. That was the first checkpoint where someone actually was like, hey, where are you going? What are you doing?
Right.
But again, there wasn't really like, can I see tickets?
Much security.
Yeah, it wasn't like, it was just guys in high-vis jackets.
And the people there, was the people there just like on a day?
Well,
like
there was a bunch of races going on,
right,
like an actual series. I don't MSCR2 or something like that. I don't know what it was, but there's a bunch of Mazdas flying around.
Right.
And then later on, again, I've got some clips. There was like another set of cars that went out. They were like American muscle cars that were flying around. And again, I don't know if it's some kind of cup or whether it's just an experience day or whatever. You can just pay. Yeah. But yeah, there was a bunch of cars going around, which was interesting. So it was kind of worth getting there early because the way you go is you wait in the wing building, which is obviously over the start straight.
Yeah.
And there's a little bridge that goes over to the Hilton and you can basically just stand on top of the track. So I spent some time there just watching the cars go around and whiz by whilst I waited to get the debrief. Lots of other people there with their families or girlfriends. I rocked up by myself like a triad, which was fun. And then, yeah, went down, did the debrief. The instructor was pretty cool. He said that he did loads of racing, did loads of karting. He made some comment or reference about how he raced against Lewis Hamilton in his career at one point and beat him.
Like when he was karting?
Either karting or he did some level of Formula 4. It was called Formula something, Formula Ford or Formula something before. And that's where he'd beaten him. But then he made a joke about how he'd discovered alcohol in women. And Lewis carried on and he went off track. He went off track. Literally. And then he was explaining about how he's wanting to get back into racing. He's done his multiple times. He's kind of flip-flopped in and out, and now he's being an instructor, senior instructor. Cool guy though. And then that was cool because obviously he's in tune with racing and he was explaining stuff about the cars that we're about to race in.
Yeah.
So you get in what is basically like an F4 car, and he was explaining about obviously the weather at the day, beautiful all morning, and then it was just starting to piss it down at the time that was our time slot, which was annoying and unfortunate. But he was like, whilst we was just waiting to go for the debrief, the heavens had opened at that point, and I could see people going around on their go around the track. And there was one bit which was the S's, and that's the first bit that got hit by the rain, and immediately two cars spun
out straight away.
Because in the middle of the week, from Monday to Thursday, it's used as the Aston Martin like test racetrack, and they've got a little facility right next to it, and they basically go take all the whatever Vantages and DBSs or whatever, and they rag them around there basically. So there's a lot of rubber on the racing line of the track.
Yeah.
So the minute rain came, everyone where they thought the racing line was, then immediately became like an ice rink of just greasy rubber.
Right.
So they just immediately spun off. Anyway, whilst was in the instructor bit, he was explaining about how you would need to kind of prepare for the greasiness and slow down a bit, but how it was actually going to be the slower corners that were going to be the most challenging part for spinning off, because you start to lose that little bit of downforce that you might have
from going fast.
And two, because there's no traction controls in the cars, you're going to be obviously excited to want to put the power down.
Yeah.
But if you do it too much and at the speed that you got with no downforce, it'll just spin and all this kind of stuff. So he was explaining all the technicalities, and I liked the way that he was explaining it to a layperson like myself. Like, if you put the brake on, the nose is going to go down. So that means that your rear is going to have less grip.
Yeah.
Because you're not putting as much, all the weight is being shunted to the front of the car.
Yeah.
So then don't stay on the brake or around the corner, actually put some more acceleration on. So then you shift the weight back, but then don't do it too much because then if you've got no,
wheels.
Yeah. So explain it. And then I think if he didn't explain that before I went into it, all of us would have been like,
wacky. Go-kart.
Yeah, basically. So anyway, did the debrief, then we went out, and seeing the cars for the first time was super cool. Another little quick debrief with like who's the guy at the circuit as like the second instructor, whatever.
Yeah.
Looking over it. And then we got in the cars, put the helmets on, got all the stuff, strapped in, took a couple of photos, and then they were like, right, fuel, that's your fuel switch and that's your ignition. And then when it starts up, the noise is, I can't explain it. It is so good. And this is
you're right next to it, aren't you? There's no...
Honestly, it's just like...
pressure.
The whole thing was shaking at the same time as making this noise. And they're explaining how you want to use your gears. And literally, my legs are like in like that. And I think you're not going to be able to see it because my legs are probably out of shot. But you have like the clutch is here where I could put my foot quite nicely. But then the brake was slightly raised in front because they're trying to fit it in this little nose.
Cockpit.
And then the obviously accelerators on the right. And then they've got an actual manual little gear lever knob, which is literally just a piece of metal about that big and about as thick as a pencil. Not a pencil, probably like a pen, a good pen. And that's what you're using to do it all. There's no like 1, 2, 3, 4. It is literally just 1, 2. Like you got to know it in your head. 1's there, 2's there, 3's there, 4's there.
It's the normal fast.
It's a racing. It's a four racing gearbox, but like knowing where the position is, there's no guide on it. You've literally got to feel it out where it is.
It should go.
Because at one point I was like, okay, sorted, I'm ready to set off, and he's like, you're still in neutral. I was like, what? Because it was so close to my leg, like I thought I'd shifted it and put it into first. And he's like, he could already tell. He's like, no, you're still in neutral. Because obviously I think he was like, I was sat on the car and he could feel it like move, and he was like, it's not really in gear yet. So that was interesting. And then they sent us out. You do 10 minutes behind like a pace car. And then after that 10 minutes, you come back in, everyone lines up, green flag, send you out racing. Tip.
How long do you get?
It's 20 minutes of
20
racing.
minutes of racing.
20 minutes of racing after that.
Decent.
So you get up to the guy, obviously it was raining, so you could go a bit faster, but the guy who was first did 15 laps. I did 13 laps of the Stowe Circuit. Hello.
Go lie down.
Go lie down, you bone.
Well, down.
I did 13 laps because I spun on my lap, and they obviously like things in go-karting, they have to pull you back in to kind of redo it. And I think if you did a dry track, which we were doing like 118, 120.
Yeah.
If you're not, I think the fastest I've seen someone do it is like 1 minute 2 online. So obviously you could probably recoup probably 2 more laps, maybe like 16, 17 laps if you was doing it on a dry circuit. So you get 35 minutes in total that you're going around it and doing it, which is really, really good. And then
I feel like that's long. Like obviously you'd love to be in it for like
a lot
hour
longer.
or two.
Yeah.
Without your arms falling off. But like,
to be fair, do you know when I said before in the last one, I thought it was going to be more, because I watched a guy's video who said it was quite physically demanding. It didn't actually feel that physically demanding to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because we couldn't rag it as much.
Easier.
No, I think I feel more, easier. Yeah, I feel more knackered in a go-kart.
I feel like the position of a go-kart is awkward.
It's just that
because
kind of...
you're very, especially for you, because you're taller.
Yeah.
Like, when you're in a go-kart, you're like turning with your shoulders because the steering wheel is...
Yeah, it's so close.
It's not here.
Yeah.
You're like on top and you're like, oh, I need to...
I think it's just that also you get the feedback when you're doing go-karting, like the way their wheels like hook up sometimes on the sticky like tracks that you're on, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
But the tip anyway, that for anyone, is before I set off, is that I got my phone and I put my phone, I was wearing like cargo pants, and I put my phone in my cargo pants on record. Okay. So you can either put it on like video record, which is what I did, or put it on like just voice recorder or something like that. And I put it in my pocket whilst I was in the car. There was no like, you have to confiscate your phones and that kind of stuff. I thought that. And I thought we'd have to maybe like wear like race overalls like you do at go-kart. But no, just sat in my normal clothes. So I put my phone in my pocket on record. And the reason why that's a benefit is because I've been able to take the audio from that video and splice it on top of what the GoPro camera was taking.
So the GoPro doesn't have audio?
It does, but obviously it's on the outside of the car, and because you're going so fast, it just wind is all you hear.
But then... on yours, you
can hear the engine because it's inside the car, and it feels like when you're watching the video now, I've obviously overlaid the phone audio with the GoPro footage.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're in the car driving it. So that's my little tip that you can take away from this conversation, if anything, today. If you go do that single-seater experience, or maybe even anything similar that has got some form of camera, if you're allowed to take a phone or some kind of recording device, take it with you in the car, because it obviously enhances watching it back so much more. One pain in the bum thing for me is obviously when you do these things, you get faster the more you get more laps in. For whatever reason, I'm not found out yet why, but the last like 4 or 5, my fastest laps, my camera froze on the GoPro.
Going too fast.
It must have been that. I think I did too much G-force for the memory card.
That's it, and the GoPro was like, I'm out.
But it was annoying as well, because the clips that you will see, I was behind someone who was just going a little bit slow, a bit more cautiously, and I finally got past them and overtook them.
When you sent me.
And as I get round, and I'm like, now finally able to open up the car a bit more, is when it freezes. So when I'm finally able to like go for it,
is actually when it cut out.
So just at the very end of that clip is when it freeze frames, and then it's on the actual original audio. You can hear me driving around, but it's still just that same static frame.
And what did they say about that?
I'm not contacted them yet.
You haven't?
No, I'm going to.
So do you leave and then that gets emailed to you?
So once you get to your car, or once you've parked up, they like take the GoPro off and they say, go in, drop that at the media desk.
Right.
As you drop the thing off, they give you a little barcode, and then
So they wouldn't analyse it, they would just send...
No, just get sent up to some cloud somewhere.
And then they'll send it to you.
Yeah. So I think it's a third party group that does the video in any way, so it doesn't really matter. But I'll send some kind of email to be like, oh, I'm a bit sad that I've paid this amount of money.
And when you're actually going fast,
the bits that I actually want to see.
None of my friends believe me now.
I mean, I have the little printout of how fast I was going.
My friend Mache says I can't drive for shit, so I need proof.
Yeah, but as an experience, oh my God, highly advise anyone who's into that kind of stuff, go do it.
Let's go again. Well, you go again.
I'll go again. I will fork out the cash to go do that again.
How much was it for the viewers that might want to go, or listeners?
I got it as a gift from birthday.
But you Googled it, right?
I think it's about, I want to say anywhere between 250 to 300 is how much it costs. And I think for the amount of laps that you get, the experience, like I was there for 3 hours because I got there early. Luckily there was stuff going on as well. It might have been boring if there wasn't, but I think all in all for an experience, I think it was pretty good. I can't compare it to anything else because I haven't done anything else like it.
No, and I feel like
But you were saying today, like in the
I've
museum.
done one of them supercar. I've done one of the supercar ones, and I got a warm up lap and one lap in each.
Yeah, that's
so
not.
It was rubbish.
You don't get to bed into the car, do you?
It was good. I got to drive it, but I didn't get used to any of the cars at any point. And like, I enjoyed it, but it was just like more of an excitement thing rather than I started to enjoy it.
Yeah. You can't I
couldn't get involved in the car.
I think it was like lap 11 where I actually finally started to getting past the car,
someone.
But like to feel like right now that at this breaking point, no, I can test it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Again, with it being wet, it's a different scenario. I was a little bit more scared about not trusting my braking point and going just flying through somewhere.
Well, I'm wondering if they do anything at Donington, because that's obviously
probably
closer to me and closer for you.
I imagine nothing like that, but like
not single seater, but could we just literally share a car for an afternoon
and go
take turns?
Fun. Yeah, most likely.
Like, it doesn't have to be like a super rapid car.
Yeah,
just one that's kitted for the track that we can drag around.
But like them experiences like you've done, obviously try and do some research before and try and find one that's not just a warm up lap and then a hot lap.
Yeah, I think mine was like a.
Did you do multiple cars on that day or just that?
Yeah, so I did a Gallardo, an F430, which I've always loved. I've always loved that car. But again, didn't feel like I got to drive it. And they all felt a bit fucked.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're getting ragged around the track.
Every day.
But they didn't feel looked after.
Yeah.
Like the first one was a DB9.
Yeah.
And it felt so ropey. Like, it felt like something
wasn't right.
Like, I had lights on the dash and like, do you know what I mean? Like,
just on its last leg.
Yeah, like it didn't like. I was dead excited to drive the DB9 because it looked amazing, but it just didn't drive very nicely.
It didn't feel like the full experience.
Whereas the Gallardo actually drove quite nicely and it sounded really good because it was a convertible.
I wouldn't know the difference if it was good or bad anyway, but I didn't have any concern of that sat in the cars that was at the single.
And obviously your car is made for that.
Yes.
Regardless.
Yeah, made for being ragged.
It would. And I feel like it's in the air, it's in the element of it's going to be looked after because you're paying £300. Mine wasn't really it was a racetrack, but it was like, it wasn't like a Donington or Silverstone or a...
I imagine the engineers that they've got at Silverstone as well to fix this, fix that, blah, 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 blah.
The £300 you pays towards, whereas mine was a gift, but I think if I researched it, it was like a Virgin Experience thing, and it was like 160 quid or something.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but again, you get what you pay for, I think.
Yeah, I think multiple cars is also a bit of an experience, and if you're doing the same track, depending on which one you're going first, maybe, and how similar-ish they are, speed, different controls that it's got in the car.
Yeah,
I think as a raw experience, also having no traction control, no ABS.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably enjoy that more.
It was so much fun.
Yeah,
even that little pen-shaped little gear knob of just being in. Because the whole way around the track, when you're following the pace car, you're basically in second almost.
You can't actually
and it's
go any faster.
The race gearbox is just doing that because it wants to go rather than just coast. But when you're actually going around it, you kind of can just sit in fourth like the whole way around. I was in the chicanes and the more slowish sections downshifting to third. But like I say, you probably could just rag it round in fourth. But you're in third and fourth for the whole thing. So you when you're doing it, you're only really getting the excitement of going back once. That's it.
And then,
But even that, just like...
I saw that on the video and I was like, that's
I'm
cool.
like, foot to the floor.
And then
it says...
It goes again,
It was fucking good.
That's what when I watched it, I was like, oh, that looks so good.
When you first go out and you're in first...
And it's like...
You're like... Then you literally just like, foot on, clutch, and then go till about 5,500, 6,000, and then 4.
What's it revved to? 8?
They said don't go past 5,500.
I said don't
Obviously,
go past.
about us in the top 4 probably all went past about 5,500 because it was just like, fuck it, this is fun. But yeah, it was a really good laugh. I think I was 3 seconds behind the pace on the top guy, but I know for a fact I probably could have shaved a bit more off because I was really getting confident towards the end.
And when you're behind someone as well, you're very like cautious of they might do something to make you like.
Well, there was a point where I tried to
and then it moved,
overtake, and they pulled it.
They moved over.
Yeah, but they hadn't had a blue flag at that point. There's only 2 points. Yeah. There's only 2 points where you can overtake. They say only please overtake on the 2 straights.
All right.
And we'll blue flag you to move across.
Yeah.
Now there was multiple parts where I was like, I could dive on the inside here. I could do it, but I was like, and I think that's why my first 10 laps were slower. So I was like, I will bed myself into the thing because if I do go off, I just waste the rest of my session, 5 minutes sat in some grass probably.
Yeah.
So it is way better to just slowly build and build and build. And then on them last 3 laps when you're like, I'm probably getting close to the end of the session here. Yeah, fuck it, I'll risk it.
I always feel like every time I go go-karting, because I've never been to the same go-kart track twice.
Yeah.
I've always gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
Every time
we should do that this summer.
What?
Just go go-karting again.
I want to go go-karting again. But yeah, I'd literally always go go-karting.
Yeah.
It is pretty expensive, but as a one-off.
I wonder what is like considered like the top worth it for money track. I've not done much outdoors.
For go-karting?
Yeah, I've not done much outdoors go-karting.
See, I don't like it as much outdoors.
Because...
but the track is bigger.
But if you can get a proper good
and also,
go-kart...
when you go outdoors, you get people that are really good. He makes you feel wank.
Yeah, but that's what I want.
Makes you feel wank.
It makes
that one that we went to outdoors in Milton Keynes, mate, I got absolutely rinsed.
Yeah.
Because that was my first time.
Yeah.
I think we were like 20, 19.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just got absolutely rinsed, and it was cold as well.
I didn't understand anything about racing lines at that point either. I was just like, corner.
I did off a game.
Yeah.
With my controller.
Yeah.
But nothing else.
I still wouldn't know.
But yeah, we should definitely, I'm actually, when we finish this, I'm going to research.
Have a good Google. Yeah.
But yeah, we should go karting again. But yeah, it always takes me a little while. Like, because if the track's different, I'm like, can I go flat out around there?
Yeah.
And then eventually you work out, I can pretty much go flat out, all of it. So you literally like start ragging it. But then the other element of go-karting is, one person fucked up your lap. That's
the thing. That is the thing. And the great thing about our session was we'd seen the previous session go out and get the rain.
Yeah.
So we all knew already, okay, we probably shouldn't push it too far.
Yeah.
Because the thing about the session that I saw beforehand, I would say over 50% of it was under yellow flags.
And that's what
I was so worried. Like I was going
That's what taints it though, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Like when you do go-karting, you'll start, you'll go around and you're like, right, I'm getting into it now. You'll be either chasing someone or...
And then before you know it...
I'm getting a sick lap or 2-3 laps in, and then someone crashes out.
Yep. Someone's spun round.
And then it loses it. It's because most of the time you win at go-karting because you've got either the most laps or the fastest lap.
Yeah. I mean, I spun on the second lap on the slow corner.
Yeah.
Because again, I did I was understanding the whole shifting the weight and when should I put the thing on. I over-egged it a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just did a little spin, not much. I kind of then stalled it, so it turned itself off, and I wasted like maybe 45 seconds figuring out how to bloody start the thing up again. But I was like, the thing I'm worried about, I'm now causing, because obviously then they put
you have to start it back up.
Yeah. There's like little yellow flags going. I was like, oh god, that'd be too long. There was the fuel, and then there was a little button. So there was a fuel switch and a button, and if you flick the fuel off, the whole thing would just turn off and die.
Yeah.
But the ignition, you needed all of that on. And for me, I don't know why, it kept going and not going.
Right.
And then I just put a little bit of accelerator on, and then it just came to life. And then I set off again. I was like, thank God I've not put it on yellow flags for like 2 minutes, because that would have pissed everyone off. It would have pissed me off as well. So, but yeah, 13 laps for me personally, 15 for the others.
And about what did you say, 110?
I did 122.
120, so...
122.
Yeah, you get
The guy that did the top got a 118 for our group. I don't know what the top of the day was. I think I seen like the top ever was was under a minute, like 59 or something like that was like the fastest. But yeah, a dry day, bunch of friends. I'll happily go spend £300 and go do that again.
Yeah, I suppose that in terms of getting a group together, it's quite a bit of money, but.
Well, we don't invite everyone. Just do me, you, Mash, and whoever else.
I mean, I'll happily just do it.
I think you better just put a date in the calendar. Like, look, we're going to go do this.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to come. But we're not putting a limit on like, we want at least 10 to come or 8 to come to do it.
Oh no, I won't care.
Just go with us too. I'd be sad. Yeah.
But yeah, we should definitely book it again.
Yeah, I'm down for doing
Potentially for like maybe July, August.
I think you get
good weather.
I think you get a discount for the museum as well.
In Silverstone Museum?
Yeah, and I don't know. I think they said it might be shut or something like that currently, or something's happening. Oh no, I think you might have said it's shut now because it's the end of the day.
Oh, so when you finish the race,
you could go. So maybe, but I wonder if you could preemptively, if you've bought it, also get discount. I'm basically saying you could make more of a day of it if you book the 4 o'clock slot.
You're not just going for like half an hour.
Yeah, just to tez around.
Yeah.
But yeah, good, I would say. Heavily recommend, and take my tip away. If you go do it, put your phone in your pocket and record the sound that way.
My pocket and be rattling around. I can't press the fucking brake.
That is what I was worried about, is it coming out, but it get kept in my pocket, thank God, because I had the cargo pants on, and it's good fun. Well,
sounds fun.
What else?
Yeah, so obviously we went there today. I would recommend that if you live close by.
Yep.
Probably wouldn't recommend it if you live like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
It depends how much you want to explore. It was decently sized. There was over 100 cars in there.
Yeah.
And some very rare cars as well. I took a picture of a Daimler limousine. There's only
6, did you say?
60 made at the time.
Yeah.
There's only 6 left, but there's only one of that one of the guy who wanted it, and there was a whole QR code on just that.
Yeah.
One
story, whole thing.
And he said he added it. The guy who had that one had the roof made higher by a certain amount because he wanted to put his top hat on and sit in the car without. I mean, that's how old it is.
Posh people vibes.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Oh, you can also drive the cars as well.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We missed out.
We chose not to, just because when we got there a bit late, and there wasn't really a car that drew me, and I was like, I'd really like to drive that. And it's just like a little pootle around. It's not really a drive.
They market it as driving dad's car.
Yeah.
So like again, that if a lot of these cars have nostalgia for you, of like my dad used to drive that car.
Yeah.
You could go out and have it was a tool. It wasn't like an F1 single seater where you can go around the track. And I don't even think you go on the public roads, can you? It's just literally.
It was like in the front of the warehouse thing. It was like up and then back round.
I could see how for some people that would bring, even just doing that would bring some satisfying level of nostalgia back.
I think it started at £40 or £50 for that, or about £50 for the first sort of cars, and then as you went up, it would cost you a little bit more.
North of 100,
I think the top one was like 125.
Yeah.
But again, if you know you're not going to be able to ever drive that car again, and you really want to drive it, then
why not?
I think it's really worth it. But that's what we've been doing in cars.
Yeah.
I haven't really got any F1 news in particular, apart from the guy that's leaving. Lambiase, that's his name. Mm-hmm. He's leaving to go to McLaren. And he's going to be a chief of racing.
Chief of racing.
Whatever that means.
That's what I call myself after the weekend.
Chief of racing.
But yeah, chief of racing.
In 2028.
It's just a different title made up in it, really.
It's not much of news, really.
No.
obviously I've not heard anything in terms of upgrades or what people are going to do for Miami. I think it's all a bit hush-hush at the minute. They want to...
I think the stuff will probably be like a week out when more stuff comes out, won't it? Everyone's just kind of doing their thing.
I've seen all the drivers on Instagram all having fun anyway, because they're not at work.
Yeah. I keep cringing over the whole Lewis and Kim stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There was a more recent one.
I can't see that.
And I can't remember what it was, but it was pretty cringe. Was she like dancing on the car? And like, I think she was like...
Apparently he was playing Kanye West in the car there.
I don't know if that's true or not, but if it was, it'd be funny. But yeah, I think that's the only off-track stuff that I'm just a bit like, that's a bit cringe.
Yeah. I mean, the Japan video is really cool.
Yeah, that
when he rocked up in the F40.
Kim's in the car with him on some of the bits.
Yeah.
That was fine. Like, but then I saw another one where Kim's like stood in front of the car or something like that, and she's just like, I swear, maybe I'm making it up, but I swear she was like flinging the money like this all over Lewis or the other way around or something.
Maybe AI, mate.
What?
AI?
Nah, I'm going to find it. I've definitely seen it.
Yeah.
It was on a legit
that's just
profile.
like the showbiz side of it, and I can't see it lasting, to be honest. But so nothing else for F1 related. I did actually, this is quite random, but my girlfriend was away last week, and for some reason I got some money in my bank account, so I ended up on Facebook Marketplace looking for, because I was bored, I was like, I should get another one of them fold away chairs and racing chairs and get a racing setup.
Get a sim.
I looked at quite a few and I was pretty close. And then I thought, no, it's not a good idea.
Thing is, the price of that stuff adds up. Then you want this, and then you want that.
Well, it would have cost me about 150 to 200 grand. But it wouldn't have been like an amazing setup. It just would have been a fold-away chair with like your standard like...
And just do like PS5.
Yeah, just PS5 and the telly would be there, or I'd have another telly upstairs.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been anything special, but yeah, one day I'd like to have a proper setup, like in a little cubby or somewhere.
Yeah.
I can just crawl away. Even if it's like
where's
this
George?
high.
Where's George?
If it's like this high and I climb in, it's like climbing into a car.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I'm in here for like 2 hours doing a race. So yeah, I did that for a little while. And then other news, I guess, we've booked the Jaguar Day.
Yeah.
We've paid for that, so we'll be there on... Sorry, dog's chewing a bone. Do you know? He's not going to stop.
Not going to stop.
He's not going to stop. Yeah, so we booked that. That's on the 23rd of May, on a Saturday. Our friend, well, you haven't met him yet, but my friend Samrick will also be coming. I met with him last week. I've got a couple of photos and a video of his dad's V10 Audi S8, which is quite rare. They didn't make too many. I think they made 500 of them, something like that. So hopefully we're going to go down in that, because me or you haven't got a Jag.
Nope.
And
I mean, he's not got a Jag either.
He ain't got a Jag either.
He's better than our cars.
It's a pretty good swap. So if we can go down in that, we'll have a go.
Yeah.
That would be pretty fun. And then obviously we've got Barcelona coming as well. So that's all sorted now. Ryanair have stopped pissing me around on the app.
Don't jinx it, because you never know with the whole fuel and conflict stuff.
Oh,
there might be
do you know what?
around.
I literally thought that yesterday, because someone said they've only got 3 weeks worth of jet fuel left or something.
Yeah, I know.
And I was thinking, they're just going to turn around and say we can't go.
If they say we can't go, I'm getting in a car. I'm booking an extra 2 days off, and I'll fucking drive there.
Well, we're getting back for the wedding.
Drive back Sunday night.
Fuck.
Fucking matchsticks on the eyes, Mr. Bean style.
Well, we need that Audi S8 if we can get back.
No, but I don't need to be there till Tuesday evening.
Okay.
On bags of time. A fun little road trip.
No,
What?
Monday evening, no?
No, we're getting back for Monday evening, but but I need to be there for 12 o'clock, 12:30.
Yeah, because
I could probably get from Barcelona.
I'm going Tuesday evening.
Yeah,
We'll call this out.
No, leave it in.
We're arguing.
Editor, leave it in.
You.
That's me. I've got to get from Barcelona to north of England from at least Sunday night till Tuesday 12:30. Surely that's possible. That is almost like a Top Gear. Do you know when they used to do the races with Jeremy Clarkson?
I don't think it's possible.
Jeremy Clarkson versus Richard Hammond and James May. Can you get there faster than a plane?
I think it'll take you longer than that.
I think
because you're going to have to get a ferry at some point.
I'm going to say 17 hours.
Would you get ferry or you get Eurostar?
It's Eurostar. 17 hours. That's my guess.
That's a guide.
Barcelona to Middleton Lodge.
I'm just going to do it to here for now. $16 hours and 40 minutes.
Fuck you.
1,066 miles.
Yeah, we make that easy. That's at least 4 tanks of petrol on my Fiesta.
That's a good drive.
Yeah.
I'd enjoy it, to be honest.
Switching it up.
I would enjoy it.
Yeah. So if Ryanair cancels on us.
Actually, no, we'll wait till they cancel.
Yeah, no.
Money back.
Yeah. And that'll pay for the fuel.
Yeah.
That'll pay for the fuel. But yeah, should we just move on to clip of the week?
Yeah. Okay.
Because we've been rambling on about all sorts of nonsense shit for ages.
It's like the least topical
just
podcast we've done.
No flow, but that's what you're going to get watching us too. Anyway.
Yeah.
Clip of the weeks. You've actually got a clip of the week. I've just cheated mine.
I sent myself one.
Yeah.
And just remember what it was.
Yeah.
First question though. What do you think the ugliest car is that you've ever seen? Because it relates to this.
I don't know the name of it, but it's that family 7-seater looking thing.
The Fiat
It's got like...
I know what you mean. Its headlights are like on the side of its windscreen.
It's like if you bought a new pack of butter and squished it. It kind of just has this kind of like weird...
I'm going to Google it.
Hippo looking face.
I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
It's a Fiat something.
That's the ugliest car I've ever seen.
Fiat. Is it a Multipla?
That thing, yeah.
Looks like
squash piece of butter.
Looks like the thing out of like Lilo and Stitch with the
Yeah.
Okay. I think the Nissan Juke is the ugliest car.
Which
brings me on to my clip of the week. There's a new Nissan Juke coming out.
The current Nissan Juke is the ugliest, or this new one?
No, the first Nissan Juke is the most ugliest.
Yeah.
The second one is still ugly, but slightly better.
Yeah.
This third one,
even worse.
I don't know who they're paying to design these cars, but it literally looks like... I'm going to get it back up because...
It looks...
I've got a little house update. So this...
Nice little thing. Was that...
That wasn't it.
Was that Lexi May?
Yeah, that's your sister. It literally looks...
The new generation...
It looks like it's been 3D printed.
Yeah. So it's literally... We'll get a photo up.
Yeah.
But it's literally like... What's that dice you use for Dungeons and Dragons?
A pentagon. A pentagon? No. It looks like a 20-sided dice.
It looks like one of them.
Yeah.
It looks like a big ball and it's got loads of flat panels. And honestly, I don't know what they were thinking.
It looks like it was designed on a 2001's PlayStation game.
Yeah, it looks blocky.
It's got that many that little few polygons to it that it is very weird. But am I interested to see if any other cars do the same? Because I don't know what it is.
There's no other car that looks like a Duke.
I feel now,
which is positive for everyone.
I feel like there's sometimes like weirdly outside of like our eyes, it's almost like the industry of car designers somehow all design similar looking cars with similar features.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know, like suddenly tail lights at one point all went from like brake lights went across the whole car, and it was like all the cars, a bunch of cars all came out at the same time with a similar kind of feature.
Yeah.
And I was like, where's this conversation come from? Because it's on that car, and it's on that car, and it's that brand of car.
Yeah.
But everyone seems to have done the same thing. Like, is it at these car shows that they do, like where it's like the future
Maybe
of
it's
cars?
like a bit like fashion.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, who's dictating the fashion of these cars?
Nissan Duke designers aren't in fashion.
No, they're not.
They're.
Would you say the Jaguar's the same, the new Jag? Or do you like that?
I don't think the new Jag's disgusting. I just think it's weird.
Do you think more cars are going to come out looking like the Jag, though? Because I think they're trying to go for this futuristic look.
It looks huge, and it looks. They're saying it will look like that, but I'm sceptical.
Skeptical
that they're going to be able
the
to do
final
that
product.
mass.
Yeah.
So I think it will look a little bit different. But in terms of the Duke, I just feel like it's wrong.
It is wrong. It is wrong.
It doesn't.
It's completely different direction.
You know when someone like outlandish turns up in like a really wild outfit,
Yeah.
and it's a bit of a statement. Mm-hmm. It's like they're doing that, but then like
Everyone's like, it's not
it's
working.
a person that can't pull it off.
Yeah.
It's like your nan turning up in a like.
It's like if Dan Smith got cornrows in his hair.
Well, people
You'd be
don't
like,
know
what the
Dan
hell?
Smith,
It doesn't matter. They don't need to know Dan Smith. But can you imagine him turning up
You
with
first and
cornrows?
last named him, and everyone's going to Google it.
He's been ousted.
Be like me with cornrows.
Imagine you like Sean DePaul with a beard.
But yeah,
It's
that's
pretty
my
ugly.
clip of the week. It's vile. They've always been. At least they're keeping.
Entertaining.
Well, they're keeping.
Any press is good press.
They're not changing.
Yeah.
They've always been ugly.
They're still ugly. My clip of the week is just going to be, I'm probably already put it in the video, is just me ragging round at my, but then I'm not going to have it of me ragging round because the last 5 minutes of the bloody thing don't work. But I'll put the clip of my best. You can just listen to the sound of me ragging it around with a still picture. But I'll pull up the clip of, there's two main clips that I've pulled out of the main video. One is where I do the spin and I spend about 5 minutes trying to turn the car back on again. Or there's the clip where I'm actually getting a bit of an overtaking. So I'll put them up, and that's my clip of the week.
Okay. I've got questions for this.
What
is the weirdest thing you've found or seen in someone else's car?
Oh, God.
Had in your own car or seen in someone else's car?
The weirdest thing I've had or seen.
So like during like you walk past someone's car sometimes and they've got like something really like I saw someone once have it was literally the peak of summer, it was 25 degrees. They had a massive pink fluffy steering wheel.
Oh yeah, that's pretty I was thinking more like a cow.
A cow?
Yeah.
A whole cow?
Like a baby cow.
They put a cow in it?
I've
real
seen
one?
someone driving with a baby cow in the back seats. Do you know when you're like driving like, what a cute dog.
Was it a farmer?
Yeah. Well, it was like a big estate looking car.
Oh, okay.
And I remember thinking like, what's this cute dog going to be? And then the closer and closer and closer we got side by side, we figured out it was a cow. I don't know how they got the cow.
Like a vet.
Or a vet. But it wasn't like a full cow. It was like a baby cow. In the backseat. That's probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a car. You expect a dog, but not a cow.
Yeah, you always expect a dog. But yeah, not a cow.
That's probably the weirdest thing I've seen in a car. It's not a fluffy steering wheel.
Well, I was just saying in terms to
like an actual part
to
of a
get
car.
you to think of
an
idea.
So what's yours then? Be a cow.
No, not a cow. I bought a car once, and it's not really that weird, but it's just they had like a M&M mixtape in the CD thing.
Already in it.
They didn't take it out.
That's pretty weird. A little freebie.
But like every so often I'd be like, I'm going to listen to the CD today. It was like a free.
Yeah.
Because obviously you used to, did I have Bluetooth in that one?
Was it a CD?
I think I had an aux.
Yeah.
A plug-in aux, headphone aux. And that was already in there, yeah. So sometimes I'd be like, I can't have to plug in, so I
can't remember if
press M&M.
I owned a car that had a CD.
You would have. Your first Fiesta would have had a CD.
I don't know if it did, you know.
It would have.
I don't know if it did.
Your first one would have. It was a 14 plate, right?
14 plate. I'll have to
weird,
Google that.
that.
I don't know if it did.
No, it would have. My dad
had
a CD player.
But I think if it would have, I would have put CDs in it. And I don't remember ever putting a CD in my Fiesta.
What CD was you putting in it?
I had like Gorilla CDs. I've got old Prodigy CDs.
My dad's
I
definitely...
won't go buy one.
My dad had an 09 plate and
That's quite a considerable
a
difference.
15 plate.
Oh, okay. And the 15 plate had one?
I'm pretty sure I had one.
Right.
Might be wrong.
Might be wrong.
But it didn't have Apple CarPlay and stuff. So usually if it hasn't got that, it would have a CD player still.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Anyways.
Cows and M&M CDs.
Cows and M&M CDs. We've rambled on for a
How
considerable
long is that?
Considerable amount of time. We've wasted about an hour and a half of your time. No, I think it's about an hour and 10 minutes probably.
Oh, it didn't feel like that long.
Yeah, it's blown by. But
a little bit different today.
Yep.
We hope to bring you more
car.
We want to sort of bring more car related stuff, ask more questions like that.
Yep.
Obviously, you guys comment the weirdest thing you've ever seen or found in your car or someone else's car. Maybe you got in someone else's car who's picked you up for a date or...
Keep it PG.
No, anything.
Okay.
What do you mean keep it PG? That's what
We don't want someone saying that I've just seen an 18-inch monster-shaped object in the back of the car.
What, just
This
on
is
its
a
own?
wholesome community. Could be. That'd be pretty weird to see that, wouldn't it? Someone's going to go make something up and be like, I've seen this.
No, it's got to be real only.
Yeah.
So,
Picture evidence.
place your comments. Let us know what you think. We'll get on booking some more stuff.
Yep.
We'll try and do F1, bit of cars.
Yep.
Couple of questions like that at the end.
Yep.
Thank you for listening or watching.
See you soon.
See you guys.
Bye.